And you're welcome back again. Nigeria's electoral umpire has resumed the nationwide continuous voters registration exercise, marking the start of the second phase of the process. The resumption, which took effect on Monday, follows the conclusion of the first phase of the CVR that formally ended on December 10, 2025. I beg your pardon. The Independent National Electoral Commission had launched the online pre-registration for the exercise on August 18, 2025, before commencing in-person registration at designated centers nationwide on August 25, 2025. In a statement in December, the Commission disclosed that over 9.89 million Nigerians initiated online pre-registration during the first phase of the exercise. Of this figure, INEC said over 2.57 million registrations were fully completed nationwide as of November 28, 2025, consisting of over 1.5 million online completions and more than 1.06 million physical registrations. Now, Okiki Adeniran, a lawyer and public affairs analyst, joins us from Lagos for this conversation. Kiki, it's good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, grand. So INEC says nearly 10 million Nigerians started online registration, but only 2.57 million completed it. What exactly went wrong, do you think?
Well, I believe that the major issue here is basically technology. If you look at the statistics and you look at the number of people who are computer savvy in Nigeria, you cannot but say that sometimes you have this kind of issue come up because for some old people, they probably will not be able to register. For some who are even at the mid-level, they'll probably not be able to register because for some, they do not have internet, right, wherever they are. Some do not even have a laptop or a computer to even register. So logistics, technology will probably be the major issue. And then again, I believe that for some people who are computer savvy and they can really pull through and ensure that they do the right thing, at this particular point in time, they probably feel very discouraged about the political atmosphere in Nigeria. For some, they feel that even after the registration, what else are they going to use the registration for? Will they be able to vote on the day of the election? So I believe that a considerable amount of people, right, fall in the category of the technology. They cannot really utilize the technology so well on their own to, enable them register effectively. And, if we have this kind of issue, I believe that INEC should look for a solution, right, so that we don't disenfranchise some people while some are, out there trying to vote. So these are the issues I feel that are out there.
Well, we're going to come to solutions, all right, in just a minute. So I hear you say technology, logistics. What about public trust? Public trust in the electoral system. If we were to put or make a pie chart of logistics, technology, and public trust, which one of these do you think will take the greater part of the chart? And how could this be attended to by INEC?
Well, I believe that, right, looking at it, for public trust, yes, it goes a long way. But for technology, I believe that it goes further than even public trust. For public trust, some people believe that they cannot, come out to vote on the day of election, their vote will not count. But for some, they believe that even having the voter's card alone can, give them some other benefits. And this benefit ranges from, having to even get some things from political parties and other, maybe contestants, that can confirm that they will vote for them, right? But if technology, they are not computer savvy and they cannot really do anything with the technology, can't really register, it means that they will be, left out of the process, right? Now, talking about the public trust, it is, clear and it is over the place. It's known around that a lot of Nigerians do not even, believe in the process that brings in, public office holders into the office, right? But notwithstanding, I believe that if you look at the pie chart, like you said, technology will be the major aspect, affecting the registration of voters, in this process.
So would you say that? So would you say that attending to the technology issues would far benefit INEC or the electoral system better than if it was to try and gain confidence from the grassroots? Because if it's technology, it's one out of a few. If it's the grassroots support, then we're talking about every single Nigerian. Where they're not educated about politics, how could they even start to begin to think about registration? So don't you think technology stands second, while grassroots education, or at least getting that trust back from the grassroots, is the way to go?
Right. So I'll say that sincerely, from my own perspective, I believe that education is very key. Educating the grassroots people to allow them to ensure that they know what to do, right, as regards registering and whatever they need to do at that particular point in time. And I believe that one of the things that INEC can actually do is to ensure that we have people who can register these people, especially people at the grassroots. Mm-hmm. They do not have the kind of internet we have in the cities. They do not have the kind of ability, right, the kind of gadgets that we have to register in the city. And therefore, they need to be educated. One, just like you mentioned, they need to also, be aware that in registering, these are the ways, these are the process of registration. Probably maybe you can, include in the process people that can actually register them, especially people at the grassroots. I can say for a fact that some people at the grassroots do not even understand the place to go. They do not even know the website to even go to, to register at this particular point in time. So educating them on what to do, like you mentioned, I agree 100%. And also, putting out technology, the ways to register, or probably getting ad hoc staff, right, to ensure that they register these people and they finish it. For example, some people, they cannot register because maybe internet, for some, they started the registration, but probably they needed to, upload some things, and they probably do not know how to even upload.
I get you, Kiki.
They don't even know how to, put those documents together. So a lot of things, and like you said, education will actually, educating them and letting them know what to do will actually help. And for the public trust, I believe, yes, public trust. A number of people, a number of Nigerians do not even trust the system, like I said. But notwithstanding, you will agree with me that so many people do have the voters card, but on the day of election, they do not go out. People still, Nigerians especially, they feel that having the voters card, adds something to them. In fact, they use it for means of ID and other things.
Exactly.
But probably will not even vote.
But Kiki,
like I said,
Kiki,
public trust is not as much as, other parts, like you said, educating the people at the grassroots and,
So, Kiki, we've got phase 2 started already. And I'm wondering, with the elections approaching 2027, is there a real risk that millions of eligible voters could still be shut out? Yes, I agree. That right now, from the numbers that we have, and from what has been read, 10 million people attempted, only 2.5 or so were able to register. A lot of people will be shut out, right? A lot of people, if we do not put out a solution to ensuring that people are registered easily and they get their permanent voters card, a lot of people will be shut out. So I want to employ try to advise or even encourage INEC that things can still be changed right now. We still have like number of months before the election. If we can do it in such a way that people can be employed, ad hoc staff can be employed, and things can be done properly by registering these people by themselves, especially people at the grassroots, so that we would not, like you said, shut out some people and disenfranchise them from voting. So I believe that if we do not take those steps, we'll have the same way, just the same way we used to have it, that some people will not be able to register, and we'll have low numbers of people coming to vote, or low numbers of people applying for the voters card. Okiki Adeniran, thank you very much for joining us for this conversation here. It was very enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you so much.